The Berean Pulpit welcomes you to my study from Hillsboro, Missouri. Hello, this is Brother Oates. James chapter 5, verse 19 and 20. Brethren, if any of you do err from the truth, and one convert him, let him know, verse 20, that he which converteth the sinner from the error of his way shall save a soul from death and shall hide a multitude of sins. James is the half-brother of the Lord Jesus Christ, the brother of Jude, and the spiritual leader of the church at Jerusalem. He's writing to the 12 tribes of Israel which were scattered abroad, James 1:1. They were scattered because of intense persecution. This is not an easy time in their lives, and he's writing to encourage them in their faith, to mature or grow in their faith. In chapter number 1, he said, your maturity or growth in your faith will help you with your problems. James 1 verse 3, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. In chapter 2, he said the maturing of your faith would help you with people. My brethren, he says in chapter 2 and verse number 1, have not the faith of the Lord Jesus Christ, the Lord of glory, with respect of persons. In chapter 3, he said the maturing of your faith would help you with your pronunciation, how you speak. Chapter 3, verse 6, and the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. That little member can get you into a world of trouble. In chapter 4, he said the maturing of your faith would help you in your perspective on sin. You'll view sin the way God views sin. James 4 and verse 17. Therefore, to him that knoweth to do good, and doeth it not, to him it is sin. And then in chapter number 5, he concludes his epistle with the maturing of the faith helping us with our prayer life. But it's not enough just to pray for people. He gives us in verse 19 and verse number 20 a personal responsibility. All of us have a responsibility to reach out and try to convert or reclaim or bring back a sinner that has strayed from the truth. That word err there, we get our word planet from that, planeteus, the Greek word, a wandering body. Nearly always it means the sin of wandering in the Bible. In this case, we know it's a sin because of its connection with the truth, aletheia, divine truth revealed to man. There's much debate whether or not this is a saved person or a lost person, one that perhaps made a false profession of their faith. They looked like they were on the road to truth, but they erred. Or perhaps it's a saved person that just detoured, backslid in some belief or behavior. Regardless, we as brethren, God's people, have a personal responsibility to reach out and try to reclaim both lost and saved. The last 4 words of that verse, verse 19, and one convert him. One is tied to the first word, brethren. Him is tied to the one that errs from the truth. You have the converter, you have the convertee, and then you have the word convert or convert. That word is the Greek word epistrepho. 2 words make that word. Epi, meaning at or near. When we say it's the epicenter of an earthquake, for example, we say it's the place of origination, at or near where it began. Strepho means to turn. Many of you listening to me can go to a point, perhaps a time or a person where you made a decision that put you where you are today on this pathway of truth. You were converted. The results of the conversion are given to us in verse number 20. A soul will be saved from death, and a multitude of sins will be hidden. You see, when God tailors the garment of sanctification. He never tailors the garment for the saint. He tailors the saint little by little for the garment. Reach out. Try to reach someone who's erred from the truth. Let God use something that you say or do to turn them back to truth. Bereans, search the Scriptures. God bless you.